Good morning, Birmingham. It is 9:06 with Dixon and Vining. Mark Spud Friedman in for the vacationing Valerie Vining today. Tomorrow you will have another lawyer, Catherine Kyatt. What is it with me and the lawyers? Why do I keep having the lawyers come by? Wednesday, it's Matt Nicholson.
He's not a lawyer.
He's not a lawyer.
No, he's not. He's a resident driver. That's what I heard. I don't even know what that means.
Baby driver.
Just fun to say. Okay, here's what's going on today. We got no rain in the forecast to speak of, 86 for a high. Tomorrow, maybe a chance of rain, 89. Wednesday, yes, rain, 91. At least that's what they're claiming now. Things may change between now and then, obviously. I've never felt the need to say that more often than I have this year because it has changed a lot, and we've been wrong a lot, and nobody likes to be wrong, and we certainly don't want to be held responsible for it, but we're doing the best we can over here, okay? Let's talk about your roofing, HHM Roofing and Construction. When those shingles come falling off the roof, it could be a number of reasons. It could be something hit them and knocked them off. It could be that your roof is just getting old. What you need, of course, is an inspection. You need a professional who is able to get up on that roof, walk around a little bit, take a look at what's going on. Where do you stand? How old is the roof? How much life do you have left in it? What kind of repairs do you need? HHM Roofing and Construction does exactly that. They have the ability to inspect your roof, replace your roof, install a roof from scratch. If you are building a home, they do that all the time. Roof repair, roof maintenance, and emergency roofing services, too. They do it all at HHM Roofing and Construction, and they do all kinds of materials as well. There are some people who are just like, all we do is shingles, and others who say, nope, only thing we do is metal roofing. You name it, they do it all the time. You can actually book online with them at hhmroofs.com, hhmroofs.com. Or, of course, you can call them at 396-7077, 396-7077. That's HHM Roofing and Construction, home of the 5-star reviews, and plenty of them. I don't know if you've been following what's going on in the WNBA, but, this is I'm going to say an 85-15 issue. Men in women's sports, right?
You think it's as much as 15?
I think it's 10 to 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, 90-10, 85-15, not unreasonable. And what I mean by that is 85% of people are on the side of, no, biological men do not belong in women's sports. They can call themselves trans women. They can call themselves whatever they want. In reality, they were born a man. Biologically, they are a man. Biologically, they have XY chromosomes. They have no place in women's sports. End of story. And 85% of people believe that. Why in the WNBA do we have a preponderance of coaches and owners who fall in that 10 to 15%? I do not understand it. You are in charge of and responsible for a women's professional sporting team, and somehow you're on the side of putting men in women's sports. You know what it would take? This is what I really do.
I'm ready, but I'm ready for
You
this.
have an idea already.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm right on the same wavelength with
Yeah.
you. Go ahead.
I mean, do you think we could somehow get one guy?
That's it.
One guy.
One guy.
Let's say a college graduate, played basketball in college, suddenly decide, you know what, I'm trans. I've decided I'm actually a woman.
Right.
Grow the hair out, join the WNBA. And I'm talking literally first year out of college, this guy would make mincemeat of all the competition and the people on his own team.
Correct.
I mean, it wouldn't even be close.
That's right.
Is that what it's going to take for these women in the WNBA to suddenly go, hey, this was a bad idea? We shouldn't have done this.
A man with a long beard and, look like a scraggly old man just won one of the women's poker open tournaments.
Really?
It's they're complaining. What is it? Is it you want flag football? One of y'all want to try to guard Odell Beckham Jr.?
It's amazing to me.
Hell, Shaq is 50. He could go out and which one of those ladies is going to guard Shaq?
Nobody. Ain't nobody going to even try.
Right.
It truly is astounding to me that look, there are facts that really don't care about your feelings, and one of them is this. Florence Griffith Joyner set the world record for the 200-meter run for women in 1988. I think that's correct. I think it was 1988. It was either 88 or 92, okay? It has never been broken by a woman. That record has never been broken by a woman. It still stands today. It's been broken somewhere in the neighborhood of 700 times by high school boys.
Right.
I mean, that's all you need to know. So, like, if you take a look at those facts and you can't say, but there's really no discernible difference in athletic ability between men and women, then why did we ever divide the sports? Why did we ever decide that we should have two different sets of sports?
That's the best question. Why are there women's sports at all?
Mm-hmm.
Because
they'd never make the men's team.
That's correct.
That's really what it comes down to.
There's hard. Serena Williams couldn't beat the 100th best man player in the world. That's not a knock on Serena Williams.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. You had the the U.S. women's team, World Cup team, recently play a 15U team, which was out of middle school, basically. 15 and under is what you're talking about, boys. And it was a 0-0 draw. But the last time they did it, it was the boys beat them like 4-0. 4-0, excuse me. I'm trying to use the soccer terminology
on the pitch
here. Yeah,
That's
on
good.
the pitch,
Yes.
I say.
I got you.
But
You're right with it.
I mean,
You're here.
and let me tell you something. This is the World Cup winning women's team, okay? They are as good as any female soccer team could ever be, and they were struggling with 15-year-old boys, okay? So this is where I look at the WNBA, and it's not even about it's not about trying to argue the science of it or anything like that. It's a question of you're looking at your coaches and your owners and you're saying, why aren't you trying to protect women? Why aren't you trying to protect women's sports?
That's right. That was kind of what your main function is, the minorities.
I would think so.
Now you got a minority within a minority.
Yeah. That's a bizarre situation.
And then I've seen these films of these young boys wrestling in women's wrestling tournaments. And they slam this girl around like crazy, and the parent walks out there and says, I'm taking my kid out.
Yeah. As well they should. You've got to protect your own women, you know? I mean, crazy not.
How about the LPGA? Is there a single LPGA golfer out there that's hitting it as far as the men are? No. Why is that?
That's why they have ladies' tees.
That's right.
Last I checked.
Exactly.
That's why they have ladies' tees.
Okay, we've solved that problem. That's over.
Well, as much as it can be done.
Have we now?
$360 million for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And Steve only gave it 7.5 stars. You want to read?
But I knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be a hit. I mean, of that, there's no doubt because, and we've talked about it. I mentioned it during the review. If there is one superhero that seems to be almost impervious to who's playing the character or whatever, it seems to be Spider-Man.
It's true, but what if he were being played by a woman? Oh yeah, that's
we
right.
tried that.
Yeah.
Madam Web.
Madam Web didn't work, did it? What if he was being played by Nicolas Cage? Oh yeah, that's on.
Well, let's give that a shot, shall we?
I watched the first episode of that, and I just walked away. It was a Spider Noir. I was like, no, don't think so. I like Nicolas Cage. I like Spider-Man. This is just too weird for me. I could not get into it at all. I'm notorious for giving up after one episode because I'm like, if you don't hook me within the first 60 minutes of your show or 48 minutes, however long you are, why should I give you a second try?
I was that way with books in high school that I was assigned in English.
Boy.
I'll go about 100 pages into a book before I decide whether or not I'm going to stick with it.
I've always said, if you don't catch me in the first chapter, I better be really interested in what it is that you're writing about. Otherwise, I'm gone.
For the most part, I've stuck to that except for when it came to the girl with the dragon tattoo. I kept going on that one. I plowed through that. Boy, that's a long, long book with not a lot happening in it until the end. And I'm just, oh, my God. I don't know why. And then I read the next two in the series, and they were better, significantly better, because once you got to the end of the first one, it was like, oh, okay, now I got it. And then things began happening. It made sense. But I also now I just read authors that I know I like, you know? Like, why even go and pick up something that you're not sure of? The last time I did that, I picked up a book by, I can't remember, Rob. Last name was Rob. It's another authoress who actually just writes under this name. And I got about a chapter and I was like, nope, voting no. This one's going back to Goodwill or wherever, Can't do it, nonetheless. 9:15 with Dixon and Viney, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Steve gets a turn. It's coming up next. Stick around. $9:20, Dixon and Vining. Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Mark Spud Friedman with us for another, 40 minutes or so, and then we kick him out the door when I leave. And kick him all the way down the steps, out to his car, where he belongs. It's Monday.
Yes, August the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
It's 9:21.
Looking for 86 degrees for a high today. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. If you've not been there, why? Why not? You should stop by. It's a truly wonderful place. They gather trucks from all over the country. They bring them here, put them through a 125-point inspection, and then put them on the lot at great low prices, saving you the time and trouble of having to look around to try to find the right truck for you. There's a whole lot full of them right there. They're online as well, Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com. You go there, you take a look at which ones most interest you, then you head down to 2324 3rd Avenue South and you test drive. It's just that simple. You're going to find one you love. You can trade, finance, get an extended warranty. It's all right there at Work Trucks. And across the street is, of course, their service center where you can get your truck worked on, whether you bought it from Work Trucks or not. A lot of guys at the station here take their vehicles there to get them fixed. Love it. Work Trucks with an XLLC.com, 2324 3rd Avenue South, where they are all about trucks.
It's Steve's turn.
Well, Major League Baseball's trade deadline happens today, 5 o'clock Central Time. There are still moves that can and likely will be made. There was a big move that happened over the weekend. Detroit Tigers shipped off two-time AL Cy Young Award winner Tariq Skubal to the two-time defending World Series champion LA Dodgers. Now, why would I mention this on a show where, for the most part, here in the state of Alabama, people are like, it's baseball, whatever. Well, think about it for a moment. Give me an opportunity here. The Dodgers have made themselves better. That's the easy part of it, right? Add one of the best pitchers on an already stout starting pitching staff. But go deeper. Look at the Dodgers' payroll. At the beginning of the 2026 season, not now, the beginning of the 2026 season, the Dodgers' payroll, $395.8 million. Second place, New York Mets, $30 million less almost. The Mets stand at $367.9. New York Yankees started the year at $325.4 million. Hard to believe they've been outspent by $70 million. Philadelphia Phillies, Toronto Blue Jays are also over $300 million. San Diego Padres, Boston Red Sox clock in both at more than $250 million. Compare that to the bottom of the standings when it comes to payroll for the entire team. 3 teams don't even top $100 million. They are the Tampa Bay Rays, the Cleveland Guardians, and then you have the lowly Florida Marlins, who began the season with a payroll of $77.3 million, and they're selling off some of their higher-paid players. Okay. This shows that there is no hard salary cap in Major League Baseball. This is really the only one of the 4 major sports that doesn't have a salary cap at all. NFL has a hard cap. It's made many a team scramble to get under the cap to begin a season. The NBA, ever since they instituted one all the way back in the 1980s, has always had something that's been unofficially called the Bird Rule. Allows one superstar player not to count against the salary cap. It was so that teams like the Boston Celtics could keep major superstars like Larry Bird. And the NHL actually lost a season over instituting a salary cap, but it is now in place. This might be the last thing. This last thing that I just talked about, that trade for Tariq Skubal for the Dodgers, may just be the thing that ends up happening in Major League Baseball, too. Collective bargaining agreement between Major League Baseball and the Players Association is up at the end of this season, and it's believed that the owners are going to do a hard push to put in a salary cap. But with those kind of salaries, the players have fought long and hard against it. One would understand that. I mean, heck, you got guys that are now saying that we can make $50, $60, $70 million a year. Why would they be fighting for a salary cap, right? So they don't want it. Leaves the majors' head honchos right now, again, instituting a tax on payrolls that exceed a certain threshold. But if you're a baseball fan, be prepared. Could be potentially a long, drawn-out, nasty fight over putting in a salary cap. If the players to accept it, I would expect that they would ask for a salary floor, which would mean teams those like, the ones that are under $100 million having to raise their payroll. As to what it would be, I don't know. I don't even know where you cap it, truth be told. Because the amount of money these guys are making, it'd be hard to cap it at $250 million. And that's saying something, because that's a pretty hefty margin when it comes to paying 25 players.
$250 million.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Wow. I really understand now Brad Pitt's speech about the Oakland A's, saying there's every other team, then there's about a mile of crap, and then there's us. Because that's where the Oakland A's were on their...
And that's where the Florida Marlins are now.
Yeah.
And the Oakland A's are still there.
Yeah.
And people talk about what a great general manager the L.A. Dodgers have. I say, Put him in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Then talk to me about how good he is.
That's exactly right. I mean, look, you can buy titles. In fact, the Marlins did it one year, as I recall.
They did, yeah, 97.
Wayne Huizenga, I think, he stacked his deck with as many great players as he possibly could, signed them all to one-year contracts, won the World Series, and then disbanded the team and sold them.
Yeah,
He was
exactly.
like, that's
They
it.
either traded him or let him go via free agency.
Yeah, but he got what he wanted. He got a ring. You can do that. You can do that in basketball as well. We've seen it done a time or two. But it does destroy the parody of the concept of the idea that what you're looking for is everybody has a fair
Do
shot.
you want parity?
I don't want it to be too even, but it is. When I was a kid,
But you don't want it to be too uneven either.
I so misunderstood how sports worked. I thought we played baseball all year, and then every year the Yankees and the Dodgers would play for the World Series.
That's just automatic.
I just thought that's what it was, and it was
Kinda was.
because that's what it was when I was growing up, and that gets a little tiresome. I think it's fascinating when you have some of the other teams that actually make. I remember when the Rays were in it. They didn't win, of course, but I thought it was fascinating that they managed to get a shot in there, got the leg up. The Twins did win it one year. Atlanta
Arizona?
was in it. Atlanta was in it for many, many years. It was always great until Bobby Cox started coaching. I mean, he would sit there on the bench and let things go the way they were supposed to, and then suddenly, we get into the playoffs, and he'd start to swap pitchers out. Well, statistically, we need a right-hander here. No, leave him in. Smoltz is doing great. Leave him alone. What's wrong with you? Anyway, managed to win that shortened season. I think they won the World Series then. Just the year I boycotted baseball.
94, no, Atlanta won 95.
95?
Yeah.
I was still boycotting baseball. This is really upset.
I
with
never
them.
understood that either. Why would you
Strike.
boycott something you like? If you don't like it, it's not boycotting. It's just
That's true.
rejecting.
That's true.
I mean, I don't boycott soccer. I just don't watch
You just don't care for it. Yeah, I understand.
And then, unfortunately, NASCAR falls into that same category. But Scooble was clearly a pitcher every team in the whole major leagues would have wanted on their team.
Yeah.
The Dodgers can afford him, and they've only technically rented him.
Yeah,
That's true.
Because as soon as this season's over and Scott Boras starts talking, the Dodgers are either going to have to pony up a huge amount again, or somebody else will pony up a huge amount. But Detroit just couldn't afford to pay him.
No.
Sure.
He is going to be a guy who's going to be one of the highest, if not the highest paid pitcher ever in Major League Baseball history. The Tigers, the Rays, the Guardians, these guys, they're not going to be able to afford him. He's going to L.A. or New York, maybe Boston. That's really about the only teams that can afford him.
What about the Savannah Bananas? They might be a
Luck with
little.
that.
They're raking in the
Good luck
coin.
with that.
I love it when I see people who go like, they're ruining baseball. The Savannah Bananas are mocking the sport and they're ruining. But yeah, like the Harlem Globetrotters
Exactly.
ruined
Yeah, really.
basketball.
That's right.
You don't like it, don't watch them. It's just
That's
that simple.
exactly. It's entertainment. It's
Yeah.
not sport.
No.
It's entertainment.
Well, and all sports is entertainment when you get right down to
That's
it.
right.
It's all going after your entertainment dollar or your entertainment, your time. If you're just going to sit down and watch it on TV, you can watch a movie on TNT, or you can go over here and you can watch, your favorite team get destroyed by somebody else, or your favorite team win, or you can watch NASCAR, whatever it is you want to tune into. When you get right down to it, it's all just man studying himself for entertainment value. Weird. 9:30, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Thank you, Steve. He always does so much research, and it makes me feel bad because I do none for the show. I just walk in.
That's a
I
big
just
fat
talk
lie.
off the top of
That
my
is a
head.
big fat lie.
I
Why
make-
would you get on national radio and make a big fat lie like
I
that?
make crap up
You
all
wake
the
up
time.
at 2 in the morning to
I-
work till 4, then you leave for here.
Well, you just made up the fact that we're on national radio.
That's true. Spud's making stuff up too. I like
I
it.
got family in New York listening to it.
Oh, well. Hello, family in New York. Nice
Mm-hmm.
to hear from you. Can I borrow some money?
They had to pay it in taxes.
Cinnamon bun. Isn't that what she says? Cinnamon bun.
It's close. Kind of like the beginning of the Madonna song, Last Night I Dreamt of Some Bagels.
There's a couple of words you don't hear often. Apricot. You don't hear that in rock music very often. Here comes another word, another $5 word. That Gavotte. I learned a lot of English just by listening to this. Carly Simon suffering from Parkinson's disease now, but she's like 82 or 84. She's up there. She's been around for a while. I mean, if you're going to get Parkinson's, get it that late in life.
There are people who are very avid radio listeners and like the same music that I do that don't know that Mick Jagger sings background vocals on that.
Yeah, interesting
if
tale
you listen,
there. Yeah.
It's like you told me Glenn Fry on Ramblin' Gambling Man.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss it
Once you hear it.
once you
know it's
pay
there.
attention. That's right.
I was the story there was in this case, it was actually Harry Nilsson was singing backup with Carly, and Mick Jagger happened to be in the studio. Imagine living in a world where these rock stars wander by on a regular basis. Of course, I mean, it's weird to tell people that we, because of Jocks Down the Hall, we have sports people wandering through here all the time. I'll have friends or guests come in and be like, is that Greg McElroy? It's like, yeah, he works down the hall. He's just Greg to us because we see him every day,
Right.
Well, most days, because sometimes he's out of the studio working from elsewhere. But imagine you're, in a studio where you got Harry Nilsson and Carly Simon in one place and Mick Jagger wandering down the hall and says, what do you guys, I'm singing backup on this Carly Simon song. And can I help? Mick. He steps in, and Harry said, after about 5 minutes, it became obvious that I was superfluous. It's like Mick had this covered, and they were in a zone, and I just did not need to be there. So he left and let Mick Jagger finish the job.
But it's led several people to think she's singing about Mick Jagger.
Which, of course, she is not.
Right.
No. Pretty sure it's David Geffen, I think, is who she's singing. Either that or Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
I've always heard Warren Beatty.
Yeah, those are the two that get kicked around a lot. 9:38 with Dixon and Vinny. You said you had a whole bunch of subjects.
I got
you
some
wanted to
odds and
throw out here.
ends. Did you see Tony Romo's DWI picture?
Yeah, not a good look.
Somebody put a frame thing up there where you can get two pair of handcuffs and a picture of Tiger and Tony Romo.
Wow.
Why do these people drink and drive? You have all the money in the world. You're making gazillions. Let somebody else drive.
I agree. Yeah, get an Uber account, buddy. You can do it.
It's so easy.
Crazy to me.
The In-N-Out Burger massacre.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just it's not even a surprise anymore.
Let me just say, what was a surprise to me is that there was an average citizen there who was armed, who helped in stopping that, chasing that guy away from the restaurant, getting him out into the parking lot where he was then shot, and he killed himself actually. The damage could have been significantly worse had there not been a bystander there who was armed and ready to return fire.
I think he might have been an off-duty policeman.
Yeah, there was an off-duty police officer involved. I don't know if it was the same guy. I know that there were a couple of people there. And, tragically, we lost 3 lives in that and 8 injuries. And immediately the talk becomes, it was a MAGA guy. Oh, it was a... Look, I don't care who it was or what political leanings this person had. If you ever pick up a firearm and head to a crowded place with the intention of mowing down a number of people, you've got a head full of bad wiring. Whether you're liberal or conservative, it doesn't matter. You've got a head full of bad wiring. Whatever you were before this moment is of no consequence.
That's it wasn't your politics, and I guess the Charlie Kirk shooter.
Yeah. No, in that case, it was very targeted.
Yes, aimed at.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Right, which you run across occasionally, even with these mass shootings. People be like, "Whoa, this guy was crazy." No, you'll notice the person he killed, his wife, her boyfriend, and one person who happened to be in the line of fire. Sometimes these mass shootings, they really are targeted. You just don't know it because of where it took place and how many people end up being injured or killed.
Then the 87-year-old man that drove through a crowd was probably just hit the gas instead of the brakes. We get a story every once in a while where someone drives into a drive-in store that doesn't have a drive-in.
Oh, yeah. Savage's Bakery.
That's it.
Oh,
It's
all the time.
y'all got any rolls to go? The other thing I have, we talked a little bit earlier about TV that you may watch that a lot of people don't watch. The World Series of Poker Final Table starts tonight on ESPN2.
Gotcha.
So at 9 o'clock, if you like. We used to go play trivia. I don't know if, Steve, you ever played with us here. It was a place called Injun Joe's on Valleydale.
Mm-hmm.
Another place I never played there.
Just west of the big shopping center that had the Winn-Dixie and On Tap and the UAB's medical place. And it had a bank of screens, 16 screens, 4x4, each one of decent size where you could, overload your senses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at poker on one of them, and a lady who had never played with us said, "You watch poker on TV?" I said, "Like a kid watches Barney."
Yeah.
I mean, I am glued into it.
I find it hilarious because what we're doing is watching a sport, we'll call it a sport, game, whatever, where the main goal is for your face not to betray what you're holding.
Correct.
I mean, basically, you're watching people try not to show any emotion whatsoever while they're playing this game. Now, obviously, we get to see the cards, which is helpful.
Which changed it from not worth watching into riveting TV if you like poker.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
man, does it change when you sit down at the table and play?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Yes, it
Like,
does.
wait! I can't see all their cards.
This is not fair.
And now I'm looking at their faces, and they got, but their cheating has crept into poker.
Has it?
Yeah, there was some people with little devices disguised as a chip cover or whatever that could see the cards as they were being dealt.
Oh, that's wrong.
And then there's some people in the TV broadcasting, illicitly back to some players.
Oh,
It's corrupted everything.
that's just wrong. I mean, what's the point of playing if you're not going to play fair? Very, very strange. Okay, 9:42 with Dixon and Bunting. There is a solar eclipse coming August 2nd of 2027. It is going to be a total eclipse, but not here.
Where?
In order to see the total eclipse, 6 minutes, by the way, over 6 minutes of total eclipse. This is supposed to be astounding.
Where?
Of the heart?
Yeah.
Total eclipse of the heart.
Bonnie
yes.
Tyler.
Spain, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Gibraltar, Libya, the Sudan,
Easy
Egypt,
for you to say.
Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Somalia.
Well, that's all in one block.
Yeah,
There.
that's where you can go to watch this if you want to. There's a band there that covers right across, I guess.
I think I'm out on this one.
Spain, I could see myself going to Spain for August 2nd of 2027.
Have you ever been there?
Never. I've never been to Spain. I
Okay.
kind of like the music.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's just like this all day.
This
You'll
is,
be through in 15 minutes, Richard. You'll get Catherine King in tomorrow for
And
much
Richard will
more.
do things, and they'll fly over Catherine's head.
Yeah.
That's right.
No. This is Spud and I at the roulette wheel, by the
Yes.
way, in Biloxi. And
I
everyone's-
remember one night Richard said, we got to end this. They're getting tired of it. Two people stood up and said, "We're enjoying this more than the game. Y'all keep going. We don't care if we got chips anymore."
Cheez-Its, first in history flavor, is so good. It's Coors Light beer cheese Cheez-Its. Now, we had the story when it first came up. But now we actually have a taste tester who says, phenomenal.
Okay.
If I find a box of these, I'm bringing them in.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's worth trying.
But I got to wait for Valerie because she is the Cheez-It queen.
Well, and beer cheese soup, if it's done right, is good.
Oh, God, I love beer cheese.
Yeah.
It's hard to get.
Tell me what it's called. Let me see where you can get it.
Cheez-Its Coors Light beer cheese crackers. It's just Cheez-Its with a Coors Light beer cheese flavor.
There are people out there going, "Why'd they go with Coors Light?"
I'm sure there were. I was shocked
I'm sure
to
there was a
discover
tie-in, yeah.
When I found out that was the number one selling beer in Ireland, I became clinically depressed. You're just like, really? With all
Ahead
the
of
great
Guinness?
Yes. With all the great stuff you have here, Coors Light is your... Oh, we love it. Well, there's something wrong with you. I guess. No man has a profit in his hometown. Buc-ee's is dumping Pepsi for a Coca-Cola exclusivity deal.
Wow, that's good for me.
Is it?
I'm a stockholder in Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay, good. for
Not
you.
a big one.
Yeah, okay, but you
That's-
But hey, you're a stockholder.
But my buddy Warren Buffett, he owns more than I do.
Oh, a little
He
bit.
owns
yeah.
more of everything than pretty much anybody does.
Thank you so much.
Love it though. That's
Well-
fantastic.
Hopefully, they'll bring back Coke Zero at that point because they don't actually offer it right now.
Yeah, that would be good. Once they get the Pepsi and the Diet Pepsi off of the taps, that'll be nice. They have their own Buc-ee's Cola and Buc-ee's Diet Cola, which is not great. I mean, it doesn't cost any more or less than the Coke Zero, so you may as well get the Coke Zero,
Sure.
right? As long as you're getting the fountain drink here. And I don't know, it's kind of tough to. One of the things I always found impressive about Buc-ee's is that they carried both of those, but that's over now.
Going away.
Real chocolate muffin for 48 calories.
Real chocolate and only 48 calories?
Yeah,
How big
like
or how
that.
small is this thing, I guess,
That's
might be the
right.
better
Yeah,
question.
well, it's roughly half a banana, and not the muffin. I mean, it's 48 calories is roughly half a banana. It's not a chocolate muffin. A real chocolate muffin, the kind of chocolate chunks crowning the top and a crumb dense enough to pull apart with your fingers, is somewhere between 380 and 500 calories. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you a sad protein puck.
Wow.
So I'm guessing they don't like it.
Label says 48 calories absorbed, 9 grams of protein. The ingredient list reads like an actual baked good: wheat flour, eggs, real butter, real cocoa, chocolate chunks. No sugar alcohol situation happening. No Grim fiber blend to do the heavy hitting. This word absorbed kind of frightens me,
That was the word that caught me. I was
Yeah.
like, absorbed.
which tells me what that means. Some of it is passing right through you, I guess. And that is probably the goal, which is not unusual.
Sure.
I mean, you might remember that was the big deal with Wow chips back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
They had that. There was an digestible molecule there that was. I loved them, by the way. They were fantastic. But as a guy who's got IBS anyway, they didn't make a difference in my life. Like I wasn't constantly running to the bathroom because of them. I was constantly running to the bathroom because of the IBS,
Sure.
and I always will be. And that's just the way it is. Sorry about that, gang. Didn't mean to spoil your breakfast. It's a little frightening, though. Yee.
Uh-oh. Matt says he has located a box of those Cheez-Its. He will bring it on Wednesday.
Hot diggity.
I can now scratch that off my list of things to do.
We'll have to hold on to it for Valerie, though, because you don't want to miss out
If
on
they're
the
as good
Cheez-It
as they
Queen.
sound, there won't be any left for Valerie. You'll have to pick some
We
up
might let
Sunday.
Matt do the taste test and see if he'll leave it here, and then we'll do it on next Monday.
There you go. Yeah, speaking of chocolate muffins, there are very few things that changed. That there was a minor change in society that then suddenly changes your life. But one of them was the Otis Spunkmeyer muffins. Man, those things are really good. Chocolate chip muffins. They were disgusting. I would buy 2 of them at the 7-Eleven near my house on the way into work in the morning. And they were my breakfast. I would sit there and I would drink like a Mountain Dew and I would eat a couple of these Otis Spunkmeyer chocolate muffins. And then the federal government came out with nutritional labels and
Oh,
said
no.
everybody has to put one
And it
on.
ruined everything.
No.
I discovered
Whose
that
idea was that?
I was ingesting more than 1,000 calories worth of muffins every single morning, and wonder why I can't lose this weight. Gee,
And
I
why do I
don't
look
know.
like Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah.
But how about I dated Mrs. Entenman for a while.
Yeah, is that right?
We had a great thing going on for a while.
I bet.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, I had to pull the plug on that, and I was like, sometimes when they started putting, like, for instance, nutritional information on the board at McDonald's, I was like, that's all there is in a cheeseburger? I could have 2 of those, okay. So it actually was a positive for me, but the Spunkmeyer. I haven't eaten an Otis Spunkmeyer muffin since, by the way. God, they were good.
He called. He said he
Yeah.
misses you.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Otis. Wait till Otis sees
Otis,
us.
my man.
He loves us. 9:49, 9:50. Dixon inviting vague media references coming and going. Alabama men's clinic still ready for you to come by, take a look. Maybe if you need those GLP-1s because you've been eating the muffins, they're going to be serious about how you use those. They're very, very hands-on. By that I mean every single week you're going to get checked. You're going to be asked. You're going to answer some questions about how are you feeling? Is this working? Are we having the positive effect that we want it to have? Do we need to change the recipe up a little bit? What are we looking at? And this is how they do things at the Alabama Men's Clinic, which I love. It's not a, go home, do it yourself project. No, siree. Uh, Also, of course, handle your testosterone levels. If they ain't where they need to be, that can also slow down weight loss or stop it entirely. Yeah, they also, work with ED and PD, and they've got peptides, hair loss. What do you need? Alabama Men's Clinic most likely can help you if it is a male health problem. The Alabama Men's Clinic at 598-7000 or online, alabamamensclinic.com. It's real, live science. alabamamensclinic.com. Let's just enjoy this, shall we? Okay, that's enough of that. 9:55, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5. Talk995.com. That's a long song. That's
Yes,
a
it is.
long-ass song right there. It's far too long for me. Let's take a look at some of the texts we have received here on Dixon and Vining with now with extra spud. E says, back from my bocce tournament, guys brought fourth home for Lakeshore, and I played a lot of good opponents. Good for you. Glad you could be fourth best loser. Way to go. Bridget says Spud is my favorite.
What was her phone number?
You're someone's favorite.
What was her phone number?
I don't have it.
I can get it to you later.
Thanks.
Noel says Buc-ee's has their own brand of root beer and sarsaparilla that are fantastic. I hope this doesn't mess with them. I doubt it will.
No, they'll keep their own brand, I'm sure.
Let's see. Ask Steve what he thinks will happen to New York City pro teams if Mamdani collapses the city into a socialist quagmire.
Already seeing it somewhat with just the basic tax base that you end up paying in New York City and Los Angeles. There are players that do not want to sign there as free agents because of how much the taxes are.
Yep, that's a true story. Absolutely. Scott says, violence in the WNBA is the only thing that keeps it interesting. I do keep up with Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark and actually ordered an Indiana Fever t-shirt over the weekend, but I'll never watch a game. Okay.
Wait for the highlights of a good slam or an elbow or something.
Absolutely. I'm all about it. All right, let's pop on and do this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
It's a classic. Give us just the punchline to your favorite dirty joke. Just the punchline to your favorite dirty joke in honor of Spud being here. What do you got there, Steve-O?
My favorite dirty joke I can't say because it includes one of the 7 words that George Carlin said I can't say on television or radio.
Oh,
But it rhymes with duck.
okay. What about you, Spud?
Last night, when you told me you were really under the weather, I was thinking maybe he's not going to make it here today.
Yeah.
And I was going to do a whole show of this.
Oh.
Just let people call in.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Me too. More than you can imagine. I'm no doctor, but I think she choked.
Okay, thank you. That's a classic. Let's see. I'll go with, I don't know. I'm sure not going to ask for any of those damn Cheerios.
That's so good. That is so good.
9:57, Thomas says, I can't believe you think I'm a leprechaun. Why not? You've been doing mine for years. What? John, good morning, ladies. Oh, no, honey, that's where the jewelry comes from, says Sharon.
Gotcha.
My wife says, what did he say? Husband, he said he thinks he knows you. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, buddy, I got the dishes. See, I told you it hurts. Let's see. There are boys' gym shorts, but not from my parish. Okay, Greg. Don't know that one. No, I'm not going to do that one. Let's see.
That's right. Just editing on the fly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what she said.
That's right.
Oh, here's a classic. He says, no, that's just a little ice cream. I would say, no.
Oh, it's
Yeah, that's just ice on
Ice
my
cream.
mustache.
Yes.
That's what I know.
yes,
Uh,
a great one.
Classic indeed. To get to the other side, where's that old lady with the bad tooth? Your kitty. Uh-huh. That's not my dog.
Not my dog.
Followed up by that dog would bite you.
Right.
Let's see. Can't export.
I go home. I rent a porn video and get a bag of Cheetos.
Okay, there you go. Very nice indeed. Yeah, I got to admit something too. I'm not really a nun. My name is Gary, and I'm on my way to a costume party. Okay,
A good one.
that's it. Well, let's just
We're
leave
already
it
out of
there,
time?
shall we? Can you believe it? Skippy and Jimbo coming your way next on most of this channel. I will be back tomorrow, dark and early, with Catherine Kyatt. Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Dixon and Vining. Bye now.